Welcome to the Introvert Sisters, the podcast by introverts for introverts, hosted by Sharon and Lisa, two INFJs with a lot to say.
Hi, I'm Sharon.
And I'm Lisa.
And together,
we're the Introvert Sisters. And as you can tell, we're feeling very, very, very festive, right?
We are feeling
Sharon,
very festive.
I love your Santa hat. You look
And
adorable.
I love your red jumper, your turtleneck. It is wonderful.
Thank you.
We love Christmas. We do love Christmas.
You're right?
Yeah.
Yes, we do. But before we dive into that.
Yes.
Wagwan.
Oh, yes. Introverts uniting separately. What's been keeping us busy? Separately. Okay, so what's been keeping me busy is anti-racism teaching. I know that I've talked about this before. I'm doing some teaching with the Beyond School.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've started a short course, a 6-week course on anti-racism for kids. It's going really well so far. They're, really engaged and so on. And then just before we recorded this episode, I did an anti-racism workshop with adults, which was pretty well attended. It went really, really well. It was all about, understanding bias and privilege and how to deal with it. Just a taster of these issues and sharing experiences. And I think it went really, really well. So what's been keeping me busy for a while is first the prep and then the delivery, And so that's been taking up a lot of my time along with all the other anti-racism work, right?
I do not know how you do it.
So what's been keeping you busy, sis?
Just work.
Yeah.
Just work. This is the time of year, one of the busiest times of year for copywriters, for a lot of people.
Okay, and so for people that don't know what copywriters do, why is this so busy?
Well, basically we write everything that you see on anyone's website, all of those lovely emails that I know that you are so happy to receive from retailers and so on. Copywriters write that content. And so that's one of the things that I do. And I work for a retailer that sells all kinds of wonderful things. Oh my gosh.
I hope you're getting a staff discount.
I beg your pardon?
I said I hope you're getting a staff discount.
Oh, we are.
Ooh. Ka-ching.
Yeah. But anyway.
Okay. Anyway.
But before we get that, we have to write the copy. And so it's creating content for all of the websites, promotional emails, all that stuff, making sure that all of the offers and holiday content is there and it's ready. And it's a lot. And the retailer or the company that I work for actually is a parent company for multiple brands.
Oh,
so it's not even if you're creating content for one brand, it's still an intense time of year. But
it's 10 times.
We're actually doing fully baked campaigns for, it could be like 5-6 brands.
And of course, I know from my own work doing sort of B2B and e-commerce writing that this is the time of year when retailers really make the money that drives the rest of the year.
Yeah.
So these campaigns are crucial, especially in a year where business has been interrupted. So I imagine that you are under some serious pressure.
but it's still fun though,
Yeah,
it's still fun. First of all let me say a word of gratitude, because I am employed, which was not always the case this year. And so so I'm grateful to be able to have the pressure, right? Because it means that I'm employed. So that's sort of the lens through which I am looking at all of this.
Yes. But it does mean that it keeps you from
that's important,
spending as much time as you might like on Instagram, or doing more of your anti-racism writing, or looking after your blog, because it's kind of all hands on deck at this time of year for copywriters, right?
Yeah, everything has shut down. I'm feeling really guilty and not good, basically, about all of that, because I'm not as active on LinkedIn, not as active with my blog and my anti-racism writing, because I frankly don't have the time. I keep waking up earlier. Like now I wake up before 5 in the morning every day.
Yeah.
Like I keep trying waking up earlier and earlier and earlier, trying to fit everything in, and it's still not being able to fit everything in. But I am employed, and
Yes.
and so I am focused on that and being grateful
It
for
is,
that.
it is a wonderful thing, because I know that when we started this podcast early in the year, that was not the case. So,
It was not.
gratitude, 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 great Christmas
Absolutely.
present to be employed,
Right?
and great to be able to buy Christmas presents because you are employed.
Exactly. So
And
it's all wonderful.
it's all,
And
it's all wonderful.
as we all know, like with anything, it's cyclical. So
Hmm.
this is the lead up period, but of course, basically once the holidays hit, um, like the pre-work has already been done. The
Yes,
preparation work has already been done.
yes.
And so during the holidays, thank goodness, it will be a bit quieter.
Very good,
So
very good,
yeah.
very good. So speaking of the holidays,
Mm-hmm.
we talked in our last episode about Thanksgiving and the holiday season and preparing for that. And now, as this episode airs, it's actually Thanksgiving in the US. Christmas is
Mm-hmm.
getting
Mm-hmm.
closer. And, you know, might be getting a little bit stressed
Yeah.
because, they have, you know, introverts and holidays. It's kind of an interesting dynamic, isn't it, sis?
It's a bit of a love-hate relationship. It's a bit of a love-hate relationship. It's like we kind of love, obviously, spending quality time. Well, the fact that it's a holiday and that means hopefully some kind of a break. I mean, who doesn't love that, right?
Yes.
But quality time with our favorite people. Introverts tend to have a small circle that they do have, they love to
Mm-hmm.
pieces. And so having the opportunity to bond in whatever way possible with our loved ones is great. But the holidays, what we hate about the holidays is a lot of forced socializing
Yes.
outside of our inner circle. I don't know how you feel about that.
I
Again, you seem to you handle it a lot better than I do. Really,
I
hats off
I
to you.
I kind of agree with you. As I've said many times before on this podcast, there are people whom I love to hang out with. It's a small circle.
Hmm.
It's a small circle. You know, I would say that there are maybe 10 people. And depending on where I am in the world, there are probably only 5 in any one place, right? So there are probably 5 over in the UK and Europe, and there are probably 5 here. Okay.
Yeah,
And then my family, the 5 of us, right? So that's 3 little circles of 5, which is great.
yes,
And,
that's
by and
adorable.
large, I'm happy to hang out with those people. And, also, and add to that my fitness group. I like hanging out with those,
Yes,
we're of like mind.
yeah.
We've known each other for years. There's no,
I was just gonna say you've actually known those people. Those are not new
well,
people.
well, right, exactly. So that doesn't feel like enforced socializing in quite the same way.
Hmm.
That doesn't mean
Hmm.
that there are times when they'll suggest something and I will say, no, I just don't have the bandwidth, because that does happen. Because if I've been doing
Right.
other things, I might have to say no, right? But, basically those people that I've known for years are the people I feel most comfortable hanging out with.
Hmm.
And then circles where there are more people I don't know are the ones that prove more stressful for me.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
love quality time with my favorite people. Okay. And
And go
yes.
ahead. You go.
And the other thing that we love about the holidays is
Da 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 da.
the, the
Presents and gifts.
and here, let me give a shout out to my husband Stephen and his favorite Christmas song. I wish it could be Christmas every day.
Oh my gosh. First of all, your husband, my beloved brother-in-law, chooses the best Christmas songs. Can I just say? He's introduced me actually over the years to, like, every year somehow another one comes up that somehow I've missed.
Yes.
And oh my gosh. I don't know if it is actually a Christmas song, but do you remember Last Christmas, Vindaloo? Remember
Oh yeah.
Vindaloo from Last Christmas?
Vindaloo. Yes, I do
Is it a
remember.
Christmas song?
Don't start. It
Is
is
it?
not a Christmas song. It is not a
But
Christmas song, but it was our
listen,
Christmas
but
song
it
last
was
year.
it was our Christmas song because it was played at Christmas. So it's a Christmas song for us.
I see
We
you.
will drop a link to it. It is entirely insane.
The broadest possible definition of a Christmas song, right?
Yeah, it was played during the Christmas period. That was it.
But honestly, I mean, that's when you think of the British charts, that is actually a Christmas song is a song that was released at Christmas, and some of them live again. They're not all Christmas themed.
Right.
You know what I mean? Many of them are, but they're not all Christmas themed. But that is the time of year that then you continue to hear them. And I think because we're a multicultural household, you've been introduced to a lot of these over the years.
And I love them all.
Yes.
There's that one. There's the one, of course, that you mentioned. I wish it could be Christmas every day. Like, actually, I think that one is one for me where it does not feel like Christmas. Like, if I don't hear it.
It's a good start.
Christmas
you have to start Christmas with that. And you have to kind of end Christmas with that. It's like the first and last song of Christmas, Christmas period, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
But
anyway.
we've always, I guess growing up, we've always sort of been like a very Christmassy family.
We have.
And mommy always made it special, and she decorated, and I don't know where she found the money to get gifts. There were always lots of gifts. I still think, most moms are magicians, and so she definitely fits that bill. So she somehow magicked up an abundance of everything, and we always had the tree and lots of presents, lots of food, and she's an amazing cook, as are you. You're a fantastic cook. That's one of the reasons why I love coming to your house for Christmas. I mean, bonding aside, I'm like, what? Mommy's cooking and Sharon's cooking?
The food, the food.
Ding, 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 ding.
Okay, so anyway. So one of the best things about Christmas, obviously, is choosing the perfect gifts for those special people in our lives. Because we notice things about people, and we're pretty good at choosing gifts, right?
Yeah. I think introverts have that gift of, sorry, pardon the pun, that was unintentional. But we do have a gift of being able to sort of analyze people, and we're very observant. And so even if you ask somebody, what do you want, and they don't tell you, you probably have analyzed them well enough to be able to figure out what they would really enjoy receiving.
Yes.
So wait, speaking of which though, because yes, we are good at getting gifts for others, but are others good at getting gifts for us?
Yes, they are. Well,
what's your favorite gift that you've ever been given?
Oh gosh. Okay, well, I'll tell you one of the standout moments of the last few years was that my husband, who is a surprise merchant and excellent at choosing gifts, managed to surprise me with a 50th birthday party. I had no idea. And there must have been 50 people there. And I don't know what he said to them, but nobody cracked in advance. I did not know.
He is a maestro.
Yes.
I can't. I mean, having asked you that question, I don't have an answer for it. I can't think of it off the top of my head. But
okay, but what's a gift that you have given?
What is the favorite gift that I've given? I'm kind of related to what you said, actually. I don't know if it's a gift exactly, but it was one year when I surprised you and everyone, but especially you.
You mean the time I nearly had a heart attack coming down the stairs?
And it was, I think you decided after that, no more surprises, because you almost broke your neck. That's the truth. It was beautiful, but it was also terrifying because you missed a couple of steps.
But it was a great surprise.
A couple of steps.
There is no better gift than the presence of your favorite people. You are one of my favorite people. So that was absolutely wonderful. So I think that definitely counts. That definitely counts.
Yeah, because it was a year where because I kept telling you guys I can't come, I can't get to and then showed up. I think it was on Christmas Eve, right?
Yes, it was.
sorry. You sound a bit like you have PTSD, so let's move on. But okay, so the other favorite gift that I've given is probably when I giving my niece her first iPhone for her 16th. I know it's not like a Christmas gift, but this is in general. It was for her birthday, right? I think so.
It was for her 16th birthday, and it was wonderful. And you may have just given me an idea for her 18th birthday. Just saying. Possibly.
Da-da-da-da.
Possibly. Da-da-da-da-da.
Let's chat offline.
Let's chat offline.
So yeah.
So my favorite gift that I have given was when I surprised my husband with a catamaran trip with his closest friends. So they flew in from England. He did not know that they were there. And so we turned up for the catamaran trip and they all turned up and he was completely gobsmacked, as they say in England. And it was just the most wonderful thing. So, you know, we love everything about it. We love everything about it. Yes.
Yeah, giving. The thing is about gift giving is if it's done right, it says to somebody, you know, I see you, I love you, you know, you mean something to me, you make my life better, and I want to make you even happier than you already are. Like it's a beautiful thing if done right. Like if you don't get caught up in like, you know, the competitiveness and, you know, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, in its purest sense, it really is a very loving thing to do.
Yes, it says, I care about you. Here is something I think is going to make your life better. Here's something I think is going to make you happier.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and that is a wonderful thing. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so here is our 2020 gift guide for some of the things that you could buy for the introvert in your life. Okay,
so true to form, being introverts, we're going to start this list off with books.
Of course we are, because what else would we do?
What else would we do? We have to be, at the minimum, we have to be on brand, right?
Yes.
Okay, so one of my favorite books to give, that's on my list to give, is called Quiet, The Power of Introverts in a World That Can't Stop Talking. It's by Susan Cain. And it really is actually one of my favorite books of all time. When I was first led to it, I think it might even have been a former boss of mine that, surprise, that led me to that book. I'm not even sure.
Yeah.
But I found it very helpful. It helped me feel seen and accepted and celebrated and understood, and like, nothing was wrong with me, you know? So it's a great gift to give to an introvert, especially if they are struggling to fit in, or if they're feeling in some way that they're not accepted. Because some people don't even, or to give to somebody who doesn't yet quite know that they're an introvert. They haven't named it yet, but you know they're an introvert.
Yeah. Well, because there are those people.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't always start out knowing we were introverts.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
And actually, my book suggestion is actually also related to that. It's called Introvert Power, Why Your Inner Life is Your Hidden Strength by Laurie Helgo. And it's about using those qualities that we always talk about, you know, that capacity for noticing things, for analysis, for, you know, to use that as an inner source of power. So this is like the next stage on from Quiet. First, you discover that you're an introvert, and then you discover why introversion is a superpower, which I think we've talked about before. So I love that idea that, you know, introversion is a power. You know, it's how you as an introvert can take advantage of your natural qualities and move through the world confidently, if quietly. Okay?
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
You know, because and both those books, basically, they are about connection and about empowerment.
Yes.
And, you know, I think that's, you know, those are two important experiences and qualities that everybody deserves to have a part of, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so what else is on our introvert gift list?
Okay. Quiet pampering experiences, because introverts love quiet space, and who does not love to be pampered, right? There are all kinds of pampering treatments you can have. Now, my favorite is a massage. You know, I like that feeling of pouring yourself off the massage table after a good massage, right? And when it's combined with a facial, you get an all-around luxurious feeling.
Yes.
I find. I mean, I just love a massage, and you know.
When was do you remember when you had your first massage?
No, I do not. I'm going to say, I think I was living in England at the time, And I believe that I went on a spa day with some girlfriends. And I think that's when it was. I can't remember what year it is. And I said, why have I not done this before?
Right.
So what about
So
you?
necessary.
What about you?
I similar to you. I like all of that stuff. Massage, facials, mani pedi, acupuncture, acupressure, you name it. Cupping. So pampering, the pampering aspect is part of it, of course. But it's also a great gift because of the healing power of touch. Touch is very healing, and basically people are always stressed. Even some of them realize it, some don't, but almost everybody is stressed and overwhelmed. This year in particular,
oh my gosh,
everybody is stressed and overwhelmed.
Yes.
And massage therapists and the spas that offer these treatments have protocols in place to keep the practitioners and their guests, their clients safe as well. So it's a good gift to give. It's a safe gift to give. And it's not just giving somebody an experience, it's giving them the gift of permission to put themselves first. It's giving them the gift of me time.
And we know me time is important.
Me time is super, super important. And
Absolutely.
So it's a multifaceted gift, which I love.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so what's next on our list?
So learning experiences like tours, I mean, me personally, I love tours. Love, right? I don't know what it is about them. I probably it's just like getting new information, learning new things. But not being, I think part of it for me is also not being forced to do that silly participation, hands up, classroom ridiculousness, right?
No.
Just let me absorb the information at my pace. I'm listening, I'm absorbing it, I'm paying attention.
Now that you say
it's
that,
wonderful.
It's like, sometimes you go on a bus tour, right? And sometimes the tour guide will just give you the information that you need about the place. And sometimes they want to be jolly. I don't want the jolly ones. I don't want who's ready for a fabulous tour? Yay! No. Just tell me about the building we're passing, okay?
Yes, just give me the
give
information,
me the information.
Bob.
So what's your favorite tour that you've done?
Hoover Dam was definitely one of my favorites. When Mommy and I went to New Orleans, we did a few tours. Actually, I don't know if you call it a tour, but one of them was on one of those is it steamboat? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
What do you call them?
Nice. Paddle
Anyway,
boat.
one of those. Thank you. I was like, it's not steam, Lisa. Lord, guess I wasn't paying attention.
Is it a steam-driven paddle boat?
I think it's a steam-driven paddle-driven or driven steamboat. Anyway, sorry. I have no idea.
This is why people say
that's why you need to pay attention. That's why you need to pay attention. But yes, so that was one. And then we did one of those like horse and buggy tours around New Orleans as well, which was wonderful. But like any tour, honestly. What about you? What's been one of your favorites or a few of your favorites?
There are a couple of them. I usually actually, in spite of actually being a word person, I like learning how things work. So I usually like things like science museums. So I've been to a couple of them. There's one in Jersey City. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, the Liberty Science Center.
The Liberty Science Center. That was absolutely fabulous. Love it. And I actually went on we did the Tower of London, which was
nice.
Which was really, really, I mean, it's an old building, it's got history, it's got, it had everything. It had everything. So those are a couple of my favorite ones, but basically I endorse everything you've said. A travel experience where I can learn something, where I don't have to be necessarily happy clappy, but where there's plenty of good and reliable information, that makes me very, very happy.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. So I'm going to turn the next one over to you because
I wonder why. So for the introvert who likes bling,
not me,
and
that's why
in this particular scenario, that would be me.
Yes,
not Sharon, right? So, okay, I don't know if you remember Michelle Obama's vote necklace. It's like a very,
Yes.
very thin gold necklace with the word vote spelled out
Yes.
with small, evenly spaced letters. Okay,
Yes.
so that designer offers custom pieces, right?
Oh,
So, right,
do
and
you have one?
do I have one?
Yeah.
Well, not yet, but I'm gonna send you the link.
Hint,
My
hint.
gosh, sis, why are we so silly? But anyway, but yes, so like you could give the introvert in your life one that spells out quiet. If you want to, like, you have to know that they would actually wear
Yeah.
it, of course, right? But you could do initials, you can do anything, right? Because they're custom, or you could just, obviously she has pre-designed ones. You could actually get them the vote necklace that's still available.
Yes.
Depending on, let's say, work in activism or something of that nature, that could be one that's meaningful for them. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
like that. I like that. And
Yeah.
then, of course, if you are stumped, a
Mhm.
good place for inspiration is Oprah's gift list that she brings out every
Oh
year.
my gosh, Oprah's favorite things.
Oprah's favorite things. There's
Oh,
always something cool
oh,
on there. And I looked at this
always.
year's list and I picked out a couple of
Yes.
things.
Well, one of the things I love about this list, sorry, just before you start, is that I think everything is companies featured are Black owned.
Ooh. And she has
Apparently,
things in every
well,
price.
not all of them, but most of them.
And she has things in every price range. She has small, affordable things as well as insanely expensive things. So I like that too. Okay, speaking of insanely expensive things, and no, I can't remember off the top of my head what this costs, but the mirror
Something.
is a full-length mirror with streaming capabilities, so you can stream your workout and look at yourself exercising. Now, I kind of
love
like
that.
the idea of a large streaming mirror that you could have around the house, but I could also see how it could become a rod for your own back, because you might start out in January hot and sweaty, as most people do with their new exercise program, and then it comes up with your streaming exercise every day and you're not doing anything and you start to feel bad. But still, it's a mirror, so
Right, it's exactly. It's
also
always going to be functional.
So I kind of like that.
Yeah.
And the other item that I picked out was the Corkscale coffee mugs. Now, my Corkscale water bottle, thank you, sis, is one of my favorite things. So, having the coffee mug seems like a no-brainer. I might not use it so much here, but I would certainly use it, but I might though, because a lot of the coffee shops now allow you to bring your own go mug. Right?
So it's a covered coffee mug.
I believe it is a covered coffee mug.
Right.
And I know that the cold works very well, and I think the cold keeps it cold for 12 hours. That works excellently. I use mine every day, and I think it's 8 hours for hot, which is more than enough. So I would be very tempted to try one of those out. What about you? What did you like on Oprah's list?
I love, it's something called, the brand is 54 Thrones, right?
Yeah.
And it's African beauty butter. And so,
That got your name all over it, girl.
Oh my gosh. So it's a 5-piece
beauty butter.
African beauty butter, right? Why can't you say it? We're having too much fun. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of a no-brainer for me. I love, anything pampering and luxurious, as we discussed. So, and again, it's a great gift. I think a lot of people do, right? So anyway, you can either get it for yourself or, one for you, one for somebody else, right? 5-piece body butter set. It's everything is travel sized. Again, wonderful. And then the scents, like there's Egyptian lavender and Moroccan mint. There's Kenyan hibiscus and Moroccan rose. There's Moroccan blue tansy and Egyptian blue chamomile, Nigerian lemongrass, and South African palmarosa. Although I made that sound South American, but whatever.
That's okay.
Ugandan vanilla and Ethiopian honey. I mean, the names alone, just right?
They're so
rich.
Yes, they're just
so buttery.
Evocative.
Yes.
It's like you feel pampered just reading the names.
I know. I feel like I'm in a spa right now. So it's beautiful. It's black owned. Gotta love that as well. So yeah, I'm a fan. All right. So another thing on my list is the Rayo and Honey tote bags. That's on the Oprah's favorite things list as well. So the one that I like, the words are joy is an act of resistance, which, as you know, is a belief of mine, right?
Yes. In fact,
Joy is part of the revolution. Black joy matters.
I wrote about Black joy recently, in fact.
Yes. We should drop a link to your article about that, because that was a really good one.
Excellent.
So yeah, I mean, it's a tote bag. You need your own shopping bags now anyway, more than ever, right? And so I love the positive message on it. Like my Instagram handle is Happy Phoenix. So joy is a thing for me. The pursuit of joy and happiness. So I love that. So I'm gonna cheat a little and add an extra one. So I know.
This was not discussed beforehand. It's all right. You can have an extra one. It's all right.
Thank you. This is, which I think actually, well, this is for both of us. Let me frame it that way. It's for both of us because no. Listen. So it's something called the Terrace TV, right?
Yeah.
It's an outdoor TV. So it is, weatherproof. It is glare proof. It is freaking enormous, right? And so just picture us in our fabulous lifestyle, right? And so we want to watch TV out on our huge deck.
Okay.
And so this TV is installed there, right?
Okay.
And everybody comes around, and it's Christmas time. We watch our holiday movies outside on the patio, looking at this TV together.
Are
you feeling it?
Yeah, I'm feeling it. You're bringing that sort of festive but also rich vibe.
Listen, rich girl, we have to live luxuriously. You see, my thing with this is I figure, okay, if I have that TV, that means I have the house to go with it, right?
I can see that.
It's all about manifestation mode. So yeah.
I understand. So that is our Introvert gift guide for 2020. We hope that you have enjoyed it. We certainly have. We
had a blast.
We had a blast talking about the gifts and the festive season. And we will be back with you on the next episode. And thank you so much for tuning in, and happy holidays, Merry Christmas, whatever you're celebrating.
Happy Hanukkah. Enjoy.
Kwanzaa.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
everyone.
You've been listening to the Introvert Sisters. Loved what you heard? You can catch all our episodes on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, and all other major platforms. Subscribe, rate, and write a review. Find us online at theintrovertsisters.com and follow us on Instagram and Facebook at The Introvert Sisters. See you next time. Peace.